Hello everybody and welcome to episode 10 of the Little Black Cat Knits podcast. This is a podcast all about knitting and crocheting and sometimes cross stitch and sometimes sewing and basically all the crafty little things I get up to. I am your host Ashley and I am coming at you from New Jersey where I live with my husband, my two sons, and my little black cat. You can say hi? He's gonna be walking all over me. It's been 2 weeks since I podcasted last. And yeah, I intended on podcasting last week, but well, it was a very, very busy day last Monday. So I'm actually coming at you a day early today. It is Sunday, April 19th, because my husband has some phone calls to take care of tomorrow. So figured I'd podcast today. So you guys get this episode a day early. Look at that. I look really pale today. I don't know what's going on. My foundation is being really weird. I look like a ghost. Like, I know I'm like normally really pale and like I know I'm like really not going outside right now, but like this is what is going on? I'm so pale. Okay, anyway. Moving right along, we've got a bunch of whips. Some acquisitions. Yeah, I can't talk. And 2 FOs. So we will start with those. The first FO is Bruce's Spiderman Blanket. Oh my god, it's finally done. And it's gigantic. It's a little bit of a mess because I haven't even washed it. I finished it and he stole it and has not given it back since. So there's like fuzz on it and stuff. But yeah, he is obsessed with it. He loves it. It's huge. It's comfy. And it's done. The pattern is Superhero... Hang on. Superhero Dreamcatcher Afghan by Stitch and Frog. Or Frog and Stitch. I don't know which order that's in. But it is done. This was crocheted out of Red Heart in the red, blue, and black colorways, and it was crocheted on a 5.5mm hook, I believe. But yeah, I had to sneak into Bruce's room while he's playing video games with his dad to get this. He's obsessed with it, and yeah, I can't get it away from him. He's slept with it every night since it was done, and I finished it. Today is 9th, 14 days ago, 2 weeks ago. So look at that. Done. Okay. The other FO I do not have with me because it has already been gifted. But I will insert a picture of them here. They are the Seed Stitch Fingerless Mittens by Matsos, I believe. I knit them for my sister-in-law. Her birthday was on Friday. So I knit those for her and she absolutely loves them. Her hands are always cold. So I figured she could use them when she's taking her dog for a walk and stuff. And she used them yesterday and she said she loves them. And yeah, those were started and finished since the last podcast because, like I said, I needed to knit something fairly quick for my sister-in-law for her birthday. Of one more like I don't even know if this counts as like an FO, but it's a thing that I did. So I mean, I guess I'm gonna count it as an FO. I made a bag. I ordered this super cute Jurassic Park fabric from Etsy a while ago, and I kept debating about what I was gonna do with it, and because Jurassic Park is one of my all-time favorite movies, I'm like obsessed with Jurassic Park. But I decided to make a little bag out of it, and look how cute it is. Look at these little Dilophosauruses and Nedry and Ian, Dino DNA. I love it. So yeah, it's put together pretty rudimentary, honestly. For some reason, my lining is here and the bottom of the bag is here. I don't know how that happened, and I'm not about to take it all apart, but you know, I'm learning, guys. I'm getting better. I do have a zipper foot with this sewing machine now, so that made my zipper so much easier. But yeah, I made this and I love it. I'm gonna consider it an FO. I just realized that I have an acquisition in the closet that I forgot to grab, so before I jump into whips, I'm gonna go get that. Hang tight. Got the acquisition. Oh, excuse me, which we'll talk about later on. There is one acquisition I am going to talk about during, because it's already on stuff. But the other one I got a while ago, and I didn't show it last week because I was waiting for these other things to come in, so I'm just gonna show them all. But let's jump into whips. Don't go in the bag. Don't go in the bag. I need this bag. Of course, you're gonna go in the bag. Here, come on my lap. Come on my lap. Come on. There you go. You're not going in the bag. Don't be a bad kitty. You're not, don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, anyway. Starting with these, my 'Twas the Night Before Christmas socks by Danielle George. Slowly, working on the foot. I'm not even sure if I've even added anything into this. I might have. And if I did, it was probably only like a row or two. So I'm not really going to talk much about these. I'm knitting them on Chiaogu 9-inch circular, size 2.25 millimeter US 1. And these are knit out of Loops and Threads Perfect Pair in the Glory Days colorway. I don't know why it's taking me so long to knit these socks. I need to get a move on. Next on the parade of whips is my Rose City rollers. I am on the foot, moving right along. I think last time I showed these, I just had the heel flap done. I don't remember, guys. I'm dropping a stitch, I'm all over the place. I really should take notes. You know, should, but I don't. It's my own fault. Anyway, yeah, these I am knitting also on 9-inch Chiaogu circulars, 2.25 millimeter needle, US 1, and these are being knit out of the Bears Beats Battlestar Galactica colorway by Once Upon a Corgi. Oh, these are Rose City rollers. Did I say that? I don't know. But just moving along on the foot. I don't know why I'm like, maybe my sock mojo is like not here right now, but I am moving slow on both of these pairs of socks today. In general, not just today. Alright, we're gonna keep going, because this next one's exciting. I have finished the body on the Hogwarts A Mini History for Bruce. Look at it. So this is Hogwarts A Mini History by Megan Regan. You guys probably know her better as Bad Wolf Girl Sits and Knits. And I finished it, and I had him try the body, and I had him try it on. And while it was on him, I realized that yes, I am going to go through with my decision to fold the collar in half and tack it down. But last time we talked, I was here, and now it's done. Look how much I got done in 2 weeks, guys. Also, this is one of my acquisitions, and there's two more. This beautiful little adorable progress keeper. It's a little butterbeer from Simply Serving. And yeah, I love him. I was waiting on this and two other progress keepers when I was talking about waiting for stuff. But look, he's got a little lightning scar and everything. I love him. So that is this. Just sleeves and then it's done. Well, and I'm gonna, you know, weave in ends, tack the collar down and such. I'm knitting this out of Loops and Threads Impeccable in the Bright Sky Blue and Citron colorways. Can't wait to block this. Because, oh god, look at these beautiful motifs. They're gonna look so pretty and nice and lovely when I block them. Because I knit colorwork fairly tight, I'm starting to notice. Trying to rectify that. But yeah, that is that I actually just finished that up this morning. I was feeling motivated because I only had 5 rounds left on the bottom ribbing, and I was like, what are you doing with your life, Ashley? You can finish this. Just, you know, concentrate. Just drinking some water out of my stitch cup. My body is probably like, oh, thank God, water. Because I don't know about you guys, but being quarantined, consumed a lot of alcohol lately and not nearly enough water. What are you gonna do? Alright, moving right along on the whip parade is my... I'm going to just refer to it as my Slytherin sweater. But let me look up the actual pattern name for it. I want to say it's like Molly Weasley's Christmas sweater or something. Let me look. It is Mrs. Weasley's Home Knit Christmas Sweaters by Marta Schmarta, but it is in the Magic Knits Harry Potter Knitting Magic, the official Harry Potter knitting pattern book by Tanis Gray. But the pattern is by Marta Schmarta, and I've made a little bit of progress on this, and here is another one of my progress keepers from Simply Serving. It's a little Slytherin cat. Look how cute! As soon as I saw this, I was like, oh my god, it's a little black cat, and he's got a Slytherin scarf, and I'm like, it's my kitty in my house. So I had to get that one. Adorable. So yeah, I made not a whole lot of progress, just a smidge. Probably work on this again today because every time I pull it out to talk to you guys about it, I remember how much I love it and how much I want that sweater. So being knit out of Red Heart in like a forest green, hunter green, I have no idea. And then the gray is, I actually have the ball band for the gray, which is a miracle, is Loops and Threads Impeccable in True Gray. So yeah, that one's getting a little bit of work here and there. Oh my god, so many giant bags, so little space. Okay. Next whip is the Bloomsbury Kids sweater by Svetlana. This one I actually know. That I'm knitting for my friend's daughter. And this is this one. Moving right along here a little bit. Nice beautiful lace work down the back. But this is the other progress keeper I got from Simply Serving. It's a little Luke Steiner cup with a Pop-Tart, guys. Stop. I love Gilmore Girls. As soon as I saw this too, I was like, yeah, that's happening. Spent way too much money on progress keepers. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I made a small amount of progress since the last time I talked about this. Yeah, pretty sure I only did one lace chart repeat since we last spoke. I love this. Like, this is gorgeous. I cannot, like, I'm like, I need to get it done because I want to give it to my friend so her daughter can wear it because she's gonna look really adorable in it. I can't wait. This I am knitting on, I think it's Karen, like the Karen Jumbo skeins in white. I know it's in white. I have literally no idea. I'm like, it's ridiculous. Ooh. Yeah, I think it's the Karen 1 pound in just white. Oh my god, my nose is itchy. I've been having like nosebleeds lately. Ooh. I'm hoping that's not happening right now. Okay. Yeah, that's that. That is it for my knitting whips. I'm doing a whole lot of crochet, which is like crazy. Because after I finished Bruce's blanket, I thought I was gonna be like done with crochet for a little bit, but no. Same day that I finished that blanket, I started a new one. So I am working on it's a free pattern, and it's called the Free Crochet Pattern from Lion Brand Yarn. Lion Brand Heartland Flag Afghan. And then it says pattern number L30154. And Oh god, I can't. I love working on this thing. And I've done this much so far. And it is long. Nice and beautiful and long. I'm actually using all of the yarn. Well, the red and the blue are the yarns that are called for in the pattern. The white is not, because the white, that White Lion brand, for whatever reason, is like, was not in store when I went to go buy the yarn initially, and was sold out on Michaels. So I got Red Heart Soft Essentials in white for the white stripes, because the yardage was the same, the feel of the yarn was very similar. So yeah, the red is Lion brand Heartland in the color are you? Redwood colorway, and there is a blue, as there should be if you're knitting a flag or crocheting a flag, and it is in Heartland in the shade Olympic, but I'm not gonna get to that till a little later. So this actually can go into acquisitions, because remember when I first bought the yarn and I was talking about how I wanted to start, like I wanted to do this blanket when Bruce's blanket was done? This was, oh my god, like episodes ago. And I lost one of the white skeins. Apparently it just like fell out of the bag. It wasn't in the car, nothing. So I placed a Michaels order. I needed to get basting pins for the quilt I'm planning on doing. And on top of that, I was like, oh, okay, let me get my white yarn. I only needed one skein. Had to order in multiples of 3. So I got 3 skeins of this. It's fine. I don't mind having extra. I can always use it to knit my new niece or nephew something when they are born, because we don't know what they're having. My sister-in-law and brother-in-law, we don't know what they're having. So I can always knit things out of white, because little babies, boy or girl, look adorable in white. So I don't mind having that extra yarn, because I've got a feeling that blanket is going to be done like really soon, because every day I'm just like, ooh, tired of knitting, my arm hurts, let's do this instead. Alright, so more acquisitions. This was the other acquisition that I mentioned last week that I didn't get up and grab because I was waiting for the stitch markers to come in. But this is from Lady Pearl Yarn on Etsy, and it is the sock set in I Love You 3000. That is the main skein here, and the Arc Reactor, which is the mini. And it's inspired by Iron Man. And as soon as I saw it, I said, love me some Tony Stark, so let's do it. I'm pretty sure it's self-striping. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it is. And if that's the case, then I'm super excited about that, because I have never bought indie dyed self-striping before. So I'm excited. Once I finish one of those 2 pairs of socks on there, if I ever get them done, this will be cast on next. I'm super excited about it. Yeah. Keith wants to watch all of the Marvel movies in chronological order, not like release date order, like the order you're supposed to watch them. Like he wants to do, so like, for example, you start with Captain America: The First Avenger, and because that takes place in the 1940s. And then technically after that would be Captain Marvel, because that takes place in the 90s. However, the end of the movie, the end of First Avenger, where Cap wakes up and he runs into Times Square, that takes place in 2012. That actually takes place 2 weeks before the events of the first Avengers film. So what Keith wants to do is watch Captain America: The First Avenger, stop it right before Cap wakes up, watch Captain Marvel, then it would be Iron Man, then Thor, then Iron Man 2, then the rest of that scene from Captain America: The First Avenger, than the first Avengers movie, so on and so forth. Like, he wants to break it down and like watch things in order, including credit scenes. Like, we're gonna be changing movies like nobody's business. But when we sit down and do that, if he actually goes through with it, maybe then I will knit on these during that. That'd be fun. One more acquisition to show, and then I will be signing off, because Keith just informed me that Paulie is up from his nap and he needs to eat his lunch. So, last of my acquisitions, I talked about this last time, about how I ordered fabric to make a quilt, and my fabric arrived. So this, I love it. These are all the prints in the line that are in here, are the I can't think, charm packs that I will, charm packs? Yeah, right? Yes, that I will be using for my quilt top, along with this cream as my background fabric. This beautiful blue bandana will be my binding, and then these red stars will be my backing, and I love it. It's very Americana. I'm going for like a very American flag kind of patriotic quilt as I'm crocheting an American flag blanket. Like, why do I need so many American flag blankets? What's the matter with me? I love the 4th of July, guys. It's like my favorite day besides Halloween. Halloween's my favorite day, but you know, my birthday's a week after 4th of July. I just like the whole like Americana thing. Like, people are still decorated for 4th of July when it's my birthday. I don't know. But yeah, that pretty much covers it. There hasn't really been much going on with me. It's quarantine. We're on day, God, I don't even know anymore. It's been like a month, maybe even more. I can't. I took Paul to his 9-month checkup on Monday and came home and took a shower and proceeded to have a full-blown panic attack laying on my bed, hysterically crying right after that happened. Because going out into the world is terrifying for me now. My anxiety has been so bad since this all started. It's ridiculous. But he's doing wonderfully. He is 20 pounds, 28 inches long, big baby. He's drinking water out of sippy cups now at meal times, which is so cute. We just got a big order of sippy cups for him in the mail yesterday, because Bruce destroyed all the other sippy cups. So kind of had to like get rid of all those and get all new ones, which is fine. I don't mind doing that. But he's kind of like loving it. Eating all sorts of foods. He's just a maniac. He's standing up now. He like crawls. He's all over the place. Lunatic. He got a shot while he was there. Well, he was only one shot, and it was hilarious. They, you know, cleaned his leg, gave him the shot, and like the second the needle went in, he literally went, and I'm like, part of me is like I laughed a little bit because I'm like, oh my god, I've like never seen him do that. And then part of me is like, oh, you should have gotten your phone. And I'm like, stop, this kid's getting a shot, I'm not filming that. Anyway, but it was really funny. He cried for 3 seconds. Once the shot was done, he was able to get back up and sit back up again. He was like, cool, chilling, let's go home now, mom. Like, over it. Bruce has been working on his schoolwork as best as we can. We've been having him watch sight reading or sight word videos and working on his letters, and he's obsessed with numbers. He's like weirdly good at math. Like, it's crazy. I don't know if he's actually good at math, like if he understands why like 6 plus 6 makes 12, or if he just memorized that 6 plus 6 makes 12, because he came downstairs the other day and he was like, Mom, 5 plus 5 is 10. And I was like, how'd you know that? Pretty sure I didn't know math like that when I was 4, but you know. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that covers it. We've been going outside and playing in the yard as much as possible when it's nice out. Keith's mom bought Paul a baby swing for our backyard swing set, and I put him on it for the first time the other day, and he lost his mind. He lost his little mind. He was laughing so hard. It was the cutest freaking thing, and Bruce was trying to push him, and it was adorable. They've been playing together all the time now that Keith got rid of the coffee table in our living room, which because he wanted more space. I don't know. He does this thing sometimes where he just like just needs to change things, and I guess yesterday it was get rid of the coffee table. So now we have no coffee table in our living room, which is fine. We didn't have a coffee table when Bruce was Paul's age either. It's just easier. So now the kids have all this room, and so, you know, Paul was crawling around yesterday, Bruce was playing with him. It's, yeah, we've been keeping busy. I've been knitting and crocheting a lot, and Keith's been trying to play video games, and I've been editing his book slowly. Yeah, I think that pretty much covers it. I don't really have anything else to talk about. And hopefully it'll be a week instead of 2 weeks until the next podcast. Maybe slightly over a week, because I like doing the Monday thing, but like I said, Keith's got phone calls he has to take care of tomorrow, so it's gonna have to be today, obviously. But this will be edited and uploaded tomorrow, so you get me a day early. Bet that's exactly what you guys all wanted during quarantine. But yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with me for a little bit and chatting about all of my knitting and crocheting and eventual quilting, if I ever sit my butt down at my sewing machine. Yeah. Okay. I will see you guys all in my next video. Oh, if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you liked hanging out with me, consider subscribing. Then, you know, you can chat with me every time I post one of these things. Hit the notification bell too, that way you don't forget. You know, be like, hey, look, Ashley posted. Cool. I'm in rare form today, guys. I'm tired. Paul got up at 6:15. He was like, let's go, Mom. So I'm exhausted. Yes, baby. But that's it. I've said that like 4 times already. Thank you guys for coming to hang out, and I will see you all in the next one. Happy knitting. Bye.